What's up with it, bruh?
What it do, what it do? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, MPR Riche Rich, the GOAT. Let's get it.
How you feeling today?
I'm great, man. Couldn't be better. We in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? And we at one of the tops, you know what I'm saying? Views from the arch. What we doing today?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. The GOAT blessing the GOAT.
You know that. It's on.
First thing I'm going to say is, man, the hairstyle.
Yeah, the hairstyle. That came from the one and only, the GOAT, man. And I'm here just to show the world, you know. You could walk around and say it, or you could walk around and be it. I'm an action guy, so I'm popping out and showing up, looking like what I'm feeling like every day, any day. Sleep, wake up, grind, hustle.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably coming to you, is it a demon thing or is it Illuminati shit,
Yeah.
You sell your soul to get the success.
Yeah, they always do that, you know what I'm saying? But when you coming into this, you kind of expect that, you feel me? But anybody that know, they know what's up with me, man. They know I'm still independent, still out grinding, still out hustling. So if I sold my soul, it was to myself, you feel me? So they got to know that.
Yeah, so you say you were independent or like no distribution deal, nothing, just all you?
Nothing, all me.
Yeah.
Out of pocket, man. Because some of these people is out of pocket in real life.
What are some of the challenges you face as an independent artist? A lot of people want to go down that route. Somebody might be watching, might take your advice and run with it.
No, for sure. Some of the challenges is the comparisons. That's probably one of the biggest challenges, because as an indie, you could be doing it better than some of the industry artists, but the comparisons and the people that still gonna say, well, did you get solidified through this? Did you get solidified through that? And me, I'm somebody who's standing on what I'm standing on regardless if I got big homie, little homie, brother, cousin, big uncle, whoever it is saying he's him, I'm him, regardless. So that's one of the major challenges, is just trying to let people know that I'm only proving myself to the world because I feel like that's what I want to do. But it's already proven. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm here. I done made my standpoint. I done made my footprint. And you can't wash this away, man. It's in the concrete with it, for real.
And you won't sign for no amount of money. Somebody come to you with $20,000, $300,000. Them type of deals,
$20,000, that's chump change. $300,000, that's chump change.
I'm saying million. That's how many. I said 1,000.
300 million, that's chump change to me, man. Because money ain't really nothing, you know what I'm saying? First off, it ain't even backed by nothing, so you know it ain't nothing. I'm backed by me. I'm backed by what I stand for, my legacy. I'm going for my dynasty, you feel me? So it's not really even about the money, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people get that confused. Is it the money? Is it the fame? Is it this? Is it that? It's none of that, you know what I'm saying? As long as my kids and my family and I'm straight, like, I done had the money, I've had the money, and I have the money. You know what I'm saying? I done had the fame, I have the fame, and I am the fame. I'm not really worried about too much of that. You know what I'm saying? When you're a creator, you understand you, and you just move accordingly.
Most definitely. Now, you've been at this for how long now?
It's been at least like 8 years, 9 years straight, strong, just non-stop, just grinding, hustling, like not letting up at all. You know what I'm saying? I done took some breaks, but the breaks was mental breaks to get stronger in what I was doing, you feel me? Like 2018 to 2019, I kind of took off of actually doing artistry stuff because I was running a building and company, and I wanted my brand and everything to be more solidified. I learned more things on how to be better at what I do, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. That's the only thing that really took off for it. It was more education into the business.
Yeah. A lot of people, they sleep on that part about it.
Man, heavily. Most people that sleep on the business. Most people don't understand nothing about the business. You know what I'm saying? They think that it's about an artist, and this has never been about the artist. You know what I'm saying? Although talent got brought into the picture and they picked people up because of talent, but that isn't why we're doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's the business, 90% of it. If you don't know that, hey, you're going to keep trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Now, we live in a day and age, with social media, you can come up overnight. Did you utilize some of those apps to kind of create your buzz?
For sure. I used all the apps. It wasn't an app I didn't use. You know what I'm saying? I am app. at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I try to explain to people, like, I am Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You can't get on there without seeing me. And if you get on there without seeing me, it's a problem. So I got to make that problem have a solution. So I'm going to figure out a way to get in front of you somehow, some way. Because I really do this. I am social media. Like, that's what I created. But I'm also out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm everywhere with it. Like, real talk.
Most definitely. I say, gotta give Soulja Boy his credit because he's one of the first ones, even before like Facebook, but he's one of the first viral artists that kind of made everybody kind of follow suit with that wave.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I respect everything from YouTube to TikTok to iTunes to all of these different social media platforms that give more looks on an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I've been viral on Instagram. I've been viral on TikTok. I've been viral on YouTube. #4 on iTunes charts. I've done all of the things that you would need social media for. You know what I'm saying? This song that I'm pushing now, 20 million plus on SoundCloud. Things like that is all of these things matter. You feel me? So we just using every resource that's possible because if you think about how music got even started, they used the resources that they had. Back in the day, they used the mic and the DJ board and they did a thing out in the parks. Them was their resources that they had. Now that I have resources like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, why would I not use them? You know what I'm saying? Because if they had it back then, they would have used it to be just as big as I am today. That's how it worked.
Yeah. I know earlier I asked you, like, would you sign a deal for like 300 million, 20 million, whatsoever. I seen in another interview you stated that relationships are more important than money. I know what you meant, but I want you to explain why you said that. Yeah,
because even when you say something like signing for a certain amount of money, right? That money can always run out. You know what I'm saying? But relationships, if you build them right and you do the right thing with that relationship, you go into the grave with that. You feel me? That relationship can take you places that my kids gonna go from relationships that I built here. But that money don't necessarily, my kids may not know how to use the money. But if I utilize the relationships that I have, them relationships could make me more than 300 million, can make me more than $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm more valued at and understanding, like, it's all about the relationships, you know? And once you learn that and you understand it for what it is, you're going to stick to that guideline because that's really the plan for really everything in this world, you know?
Mm-hmm. I know you push and live in the moment right now.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Are you, like, how are you living in the moment, just embracing what you got going on versus what you come, you know, we'll get into that, but where you come from to where you at now?
How I'm living in the moment, because I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm on views from the arch, you feel me? Like, I'm from Detroit. I done moved to Atlanta. I done been all around the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking this on a whole nother Richter scale, a whole nother plateau that people can't really understand. And what I say by living the moment is more of understanding and embracing right now. You feel me? I have a past, of course, and I also have a future, of course. But a lot of the times when we doing all of that, we lose focus and sight on what's going on right now, and that's really what's happening, and that's living in this current moment. If you lose the focus on what's right now, what you got at stake right now, you might lose the focus of your future, and you might get stuck in your past, or you might be too focused on the future and don't realize that you needed to be focused on right now because your future not necessarily promised. So you just got to know
worrying about it. You create worry, anxiety.
If you get into that bag, you're going to stay in that bag, and a lot of people don't understand that. You will get lost in that if you don't ever figure out how to really live in this current moment. You feel me?
And you say originally from Detroit, based out of Atlanta as far as your artistry.
Yes.
That's where you started to get your, you know, your buzz from.
Yes.
What age did you move from Detroit?
I was probably about 24, 25 when I decided to come to Atlanta and take my career serious.
That was back in like what, early
2014.
Yeah. So you kind of came up doing the whole, I guess when Big Meech was them kind of running around. You know, Big Meech left like in the early 90s.
Their era was a little earlier than that. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got there, they had already did what they did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't already tore the city up. You know what I'm saying? And really made a name for something coming out of Detroit too. You know, so Big Meech and them, they really moved and shook Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows that. And that's just how that went.
The Meech left Southwest. He was still there though, right?
Nah, both of them was locked up during that time.
Locked up? Nah, Meech wasn't locked up in the 90s.
No, I said in 2014.
No, they left. No, I'm saying back then.
Oh yeah. They both was there. They both was there moving and shaking every day. When they had they run, oh yeah, it was nothing to say. They were in the city for sure.
Yeah. How would you describe Detroit during that time?
Detroit during that time, it was probably really like, I mean, Detroit was doing what it was doing. It was good. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was living in the influence of what Big Meech was doing. So you talking about niggas getting money, you talking about people partying, people having fun, people trying to live life. People was always doing that, but the city was still doing what they doing regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets is still the streets. You can't, just because somebody winning in another place or having an influence for the city doesn't mean that the streets still grimy, still stuff happening every day. And that's kind of how that even works. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Big Meech wasn't Detroit. He was from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So Detroit still had its own mentality, its own wave. They were still doing all the same things that they doing to this current day.
Yeah. What part of Detroit did you grow up in?
The west side, Plymouth and Greenfield.
Yeah.
And
that's what, they from like Southwest? At least I don't know. You know that.
Yeah, they came from like the Southwest area of it.
Mm-hmm. What was your reason of leaving Detroit?
I left Detroit to do something different and have a better life. And really when I left for this music, it was really because I had a career. And you got to look at it, in 2014, it wasn't nothing really popping and shaking out of Detroit. You had one or two artists that had made it and that had made footprints. You had the Big Shines, you had the Dej Loaf wave was just happening. You had the Eminem before that. Those was like big celebrity on, like, they took it industry wise, you feel me? But outside of that, it really wasn't no big movement happening during that time. By that time, like, T Grizzly was just coming out, you know what I'm saying? And that was like the first time we ever really heard the Detroit sound and the Detroit wave on a major plateau. Because when you talk about Big Sean, when you talk about Dej Loaf, when you talk about Eminem, that doesn't sound like Detroit hard hi-hat music. You know what I'm saying? Crazy talk. That wasn't really happening then. And now, of course, 2022 is like, it's all over. That's the wave. You feel me? Like, everybody popping. But that wasn't happening then. And the reason I left was because I wanted to create that narrative for me, because I seen that it was a loss in the city. You know, they wasn't really trying to hear that sound. They wasn't really trying to hear that movement. So we came and made our footprint in Atlanta and just kept building from there. And we here now.
Yeah. And prior to that, you were in the military?
Yes.
Yeah. With Rich Branch?
I went to the Army. This was back in 2008. I went to the Army. And I left the Army after everything 2013.
Yeah. I know that you were arrested. Maybe you could speak on the conditions of why and everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, during that time, this was 2011, I ended up getting locked up. And while I was in the military, a certain scenario of things ended up happening, and I ended up getting locked up for drugs. So then I had to go do time. I ended up doing 3 years. Then I'm getting back out, and I'm back moving and shaking. But that was the whole situation, like, you know what I'm saying? And it all derived from me getting hurt and me making dependents come off of my situation. So it was a big mess, but I bounced back, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest picture to it, is like, you know, I grew up in Detroit. I done went to the military. I done went to prison. Now I'm back out. Now I'm doing music, and I'm just taking everything serious according to what I know, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know everything back then, and I learned a lot of things from prison in a lot of ways to move, in a lot of ways to be an honorable individual in society, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we think we're doing the right thing because it's what we know. And a lot of the times it ain't necessarily the right thing. It's just what was taught to me. If I was only taught how to fix cars, I'm going to think that's all that I'm worthy of, or that's all I'm supposed to do. But being in prison showed me, like, you can really do anything. Like, just put your mind to something that you really want to do, and you're going to do it, you know? So that's what kind of brought me out to being an artist. And I then got into construction and development and entrepreneurship, taxes, just all types of different things to make me be who I am.
You have your own artist development company too, right?
Correct. The network.
Yeah.
And that company alone, like when we came to Atlanta, we showed Atlanta a whole different light on how to move as an individual, but amongst people. We basically built out a studio. It was 10,000 square feet. We put like 17 rooms in it, and we had everything from hairdressing to, hair salons to gym to fitness to artist development as far as like sound recording, photography, event space. We just had a whole big compound of things in one household so that we could develop artists. And during that time, you gotta imagine, like, shout out my boy Mercy too, and he's the one who actually helped the beat on Live in the Moment. But he pretty much touched about any and everybody that was on the radio during those years, you know what I'm saying? So everything that you was hearing coming out of Atlanta almost was coming out of this building, you know, and people might not even know that, but a lot of the music was coming from my facility, and that's just how it was happening.
Yeah. And you doing this all just you and, you know, your partner?
Yeah. It was just a family business. Me and my wife, like, we had our vision for what it was gonna be, and we just stuck to it. Although we had a lot of other people, from family members to friends and associates, come in to help facilitate what was actually happening, but the idea and the creation of it and the start of it, of course, I had that vision and I went for it, and before I knew it, I built it and they came. And we had hundreds of employees, hundreds of entrepreneurs, all doing their own thing, just making this situation happen day in and day out. That building never slept. It was a 24-hour facility, and it really was 24 hours. All day, every day, you would find somebody pulling up, from the biggest artists to the smallest artists. You got the Drakes, you got the Meek Mills, you got all of these guys, 2 Chainz, Lucci, like everybody, Day-Days, everybody was pulling up there because it was the place to be, you know what I'm saying? So we really had it rocking.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to you know, something you spoke on in the previous interview about how important it is to have the right partner alongside of you. Like, as far as picking the right mate that, you know, help you boost your career, can be, you know, a burden on you.
Facts. No, definitely. And that's a big part of what you got to do, whether it's an artist, an entertainer, a basketball player, a celebrity, whatever you doing, whether you trapping, you know what I'm saying? You got to have the right partner that understands, because how the world works is frequency. If we not on the same frequency and we not seeing eye to eye and we not seeing the vision, I could have the vision all day, but my partner got to understand the vision. The same way my mans and them got to understand the vision, because if they're not on the same page with me, then the vision is like, I might be like, hey, we should keep straight. And she might be like, nah, we should take a left. But that left that we took threw off the whole mission, but she didn't want to believe that I knew that it was straight. She might have been right, but if I let that throw me off, then I'm going to throw off my whole situation. And it could go from me going straight, getting straight to my goal, to me taking turns and going off in a direction that I might not have needed to, because I already got the play and I already got the move. Your partner is very significant. She is your backbone. She is going to be the one who, she going to see some stuff that I ain't going to see. It could be a room full of us and she going to be watching for something that I'm not watching for, because she know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you got your back.
Yeah, when you the entertainer, you the one doing this, your mans or your girl or your people gonna be watching things that you never gonna see. And we experience this on an everyday basis, hands down. That does never happen. That is not something that I'm not gonna catch. That's why you got people around you, so they catching it even if you not, because the main goal is to get back home safe. That's it.
Most definitely. Let's say June 18th, you're supposed to have a show with Young Thug and Gunna.
True.
You know, right now, you know, they sitting down.
Facts.
You know, Rico case, state Rico case, whatever, regardless.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you know, free both of them, brother, all, you know, everybody in that situation.
Free the whole game.
What are your thoughts on artists' lyrics being used against them in court?
I think that it's a catch-22 situation, to be honest. Like, they doing that, but they not doing that to every genre and every type of music and culture. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of the things is being set as examples more than it is if it was worthy or rightful of them to do what they doing. It's kind of almost like how can you, even somebody like me, that I may rap about something that I did in my previous life or that I'm not even doing currently because I know these things. But for you to catch me up on something completely different and then say that you're going to use something that I talk about that may not have nothing to do with me and say it's used against me, then I'm losing my freedom of speech. I'm losing my rights.
And the image.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really not right, but who am I? Who are they? We're just another number to a big system. You feel me? And we've been at war against the system since the beginning. So we kind of know what's going on and we kind of know what to expect. And we could be mad, but we've been mad. You know what I'm saying? We've been mad for all of our lives that I know of. My grandparents was mad. You know what I'm saying? And this was before they was using this. So it's like, it's one of them things that it's really a catch-22. Like, you can't enjoy or be you without them trying to control the narrative and say, hey, is this, that, or the third. But that's just what they do.
Yeah. Speaking of grandparents, y'all done tricked Granny to get on this boat, man, for the video shoot.
Man, we turned Granny up on God.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you got any thing planned for the rest of the year. I know you got some more remixes. Shoot out some shout outs, maybe some leaks or something right now. This is exclusive.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of exclusive stuff, man. I'm exclusive.
I'm talking right now. You got on the remixes coming up.
And we got some people that I'm not even going to put their names out there because you ain't about to trick me to put their names out there. Because when they hear them, they going to be like, oh, he pulled some graveyard stuff up. Yeah, we coming like that. Like, I'm really working on something right now. Like, I want to get some features on this Living a Moment that these people not even here to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that when they was in their bag and they was doing what they was doing, they was living in a moment. You know what I'm saying? And they lived in their moment all the way until their moment came. You feel me? So I think that this song really worked for any and everybody. So some of the cheats to it is like I'm really taking it to the gospel. I got rock and roll artists. I got country rappers. I got people that's Spanish. I'm taking it and putting it in every genre because this song will touch every genre when I'm done with it, because I understand that our culture as a whole may not ever really understand what potential and what power we can really take something to. And because I feel like I know, I'm going to show the people like, look, we could have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, they've been eating off our culture for forever. You know what I'm saying? And I hear new wild stories every day about another culture eating from our culture off of what we doing, what we creating and how we creating it. But we not ever trying to get back what we are already doing. And I'm going to be the one that do it because I know how to connect to other genres and other people to make something just as big so that we can stop talking about can we get reparation. We've been had reparation. They just don't know how to go get it. You know what I'm saying? The reparation is within you. It's not what the government or what these people are going to do for you, because if you leave it up to them, we still talking about getting it. You know what I'm saying? Go get your get back because you know how to get it. That's just what you got to do. It's not waiting on them to take care of it. You can't do that. If you keep waiting on them, come on now, 400, 500, 600, 700, you're going to keep waiting all them years and you're never going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not waiting for my kids to come get what we deserve. Nah, I'm going to get it right now while I'm here to go get it.
Yeah. You got a new mailman?
Yeah,
mixtapes in the work?
To be honest, I actually just recorded like a bunch of songs. And I recorded 7 songs in like one day just to give the people like a little flavor. So I'm actually planning on dropping a visual mailman tape this time because all of the songs that's going to be on the mailman will have a visual to it. So it's going to be different than a regular mixtape. It's going to be a visual mixtape. Niggas ain't really doing that. So I'm bringing something new to the flav, to the game. You know what I'm saying? Streets is watching type vibes. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I want to give the people that because it's like we do. You know what I'm saying? It's due.
Most definitely. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, shit, man. I'm going to say, congratulations for your new bundle of joy to your family.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm give you a chance to shout out your drink, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know I keep the V on with me, man. And it's in stores. It's everywhere. Y'all can go get that. Look, don't sleep on this, because if you sleep on this, it's going to wake you up. It's about to be the #1 drink in the club. It's about to be the #1 drink in the world. It's about to be the #1 drink in Pluto too. You gotta know that.
in Pluto.
Man, we in Pluto. I just got the call the other day that the song playing in Pluto. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, this is no cap. Like, y'all keep thinking we playing over here and we not playing.
Straight like that.
For
Shout out
real.
to your social media. Let them know where they can follow you at.
Y'all know where y'all can find me at. Y'all can find me at MPR _Richie, RICHE _Rich. And if you can't find me there, I promise you, if you go look up in your attic, I'm probably up there. If you go look up in your basement, I'm probably there. If you go look on the corner with your pops, I'm probably there. I'm everywhere. And your mans know me too. He acting like he don't. For sure.